I'm here with Pat Charles, the show writer for Black Lightning. How are you doing today, good sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Actually, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. But unless that's what happens when you're here at WonderCon, you're running back and forth. How has your WonderCon experience been so far?
It's been fantastic. It's nice to see all the people, all the different shows, all the different costumes. It's been fantastic.
Have you seen any Black Lightnings yet?
I've seen two, and they've been great. I know.
So how was this project brought to your attention?
I'd become aware of it maybe a year ago, and as a person who grew up on comic books, once I read it and I realized it was an opportunity, then I had my agents call Salim. I read the script.
Get a hold of them.
Yeah, and that's how it kind of went from there. But I've been aware of Black Lightning since I was a kid. I read the comic books as a kid.
Really? See, for me, of course, I'm started reading comics when it was the New 52, so I'm barely getting into there's so many characters I don't even know that existed. So, what's the difference between reading Black Lightning from when you were a kid and currently writing Black Lightning within this TV show?
I think we're trying to put Black Lightning in a real environment. In other words, an urban environment that's real. Where with the comic books, it was kind of, our show is heightened, but we also want it to be grounded. We want it to be an urban show that has a superhero in it, as opposed to a superhero show that's set in an urban world, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And with the comic book, it was just all, it's mostly about the superhero element of it. And we wanted that to kind of be a part of the show, but not the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the great thing about it, too, is that when you're watching the show, it's so serious, but somehow the delivery of the comedy within it is just so great. I wouldn't even say it's dry. It's this, awesome, just perfect delivery. How do you guys go about writing that in? Do you intend it to be this is supposed to be funny, or is it let's just see what our actors do at that moment?
No, we try to put it in. Sometimes it's the actors, but, we try to reflect life, and a lot of times life is funny, and so it's a combination of it's intentional, but sometimes the actors find gold. But we feel like even in the toughest situations in those type of neighborhoods, there's always a lot of humor and a lot of love, and we want to reflect that.
Now, with writing this, are we setting up for season 2, or are you guys just driven for season 1 and seeing what happens from there?
A little bit of both. There are things we think we might want to do in season 2, but we're really trying to make a great season 1, and that is our focus. But there are a few things that, we're thinking about for season 2.
Now, it seems like music is also very predominant within the show. When you guys are writing, is it kind of out of your hands at that point, or do you kind of nudge someone's shoulder and go, hey, you know what, this might be pretty good at this particular scene?
Music is very important to us, and we write the music cues into our scripts. Now, we don't always get them, but a lot of times we do. So almost, I'd say 90-95% of music is intentional. Sometimes there's rights issues, but we always try to get the songs.
Now, do you have a favorite scene that we maybe haven't seen yet within the season that you're super excited for people to see?
Well, I can't give anything away, but I'll talk about the scenes that we've already seen that I like. I like the 2-Bit scenes, and I think 2-Bit is a character that has a lot of comedy, but he also has a lot of realness and a little bit of darkness to him. And so when you have this guy who is dealing drugs, who's struggling, who stops dealing drugs, but is also in a situation where he has to take care of his family and he has a lot of humor. The 2-Bit scenes are the scenes that really strike home for me, because I know a lot of guys like that.
Yeah, do you? It's kind of scary. and of course, what do you look forward to most when people finish this entire season and we're there at the final episode?
Weirdly enough, in a superhero show, I want them to see people that they recognize. Even though it's an elevated show, we want them to be able to relate to people. I think having people of color, having situations that they recognize, I think that's what we really want, at the end of the day.
All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Ben.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.